Hey everybody, this is Ken. Post-Palmyra liberation. The Islamic State still a threat. Washington seeks the partition of Syria. The recent liberation of Palmyra by Syrian government forces was a significant defeat for ISIS and should represent a turning point in the fight against terrorism in Syria. It still may, but the determination of the U.S., Turkey, and Saudi Arabia to bring down Bashar al-Assad jeopardizes continued progress and the ultimate defeat of ISIS and other terrorist groups in Syria. U.S. and its allies backed ISIS takeover in Palmyra. Erdogan's dream of neo-Ottoman empire fuels ISIS support or smuggling. Oil. Erdogan's hatred of Assad and the Kurds. Weapons supplies through Turkish border. Chemical weapons supplied through Turkey. The U.S. role in the creation of ISIS, which was formerly Al Qaeda, which is the same, no different. They just changed the fucking name. And then you've got Henry Kissinger right here. Assad was merely one of 7 victims of a planned regime change to be achieved at a breakneck speed of 5 years. The staggering genocidal vision is the pursuit of geostrategic ambition of total control over the oil-producing regions of the Middle East and North Africa. As Henry Kissinger said, controlling oil and you control nations. Well, not only that, you control oil, you control water, you control food, and you control the money, you control the masses. Okay? Here's something about the CIA right here. Okay? Training and supplying of moderates was a debacle as they immediately surrendered their weapons to the al-Nusra. ISIS, too, have been able to capture weapons easily, so it is plenty absurd to believe it is possible to target weapons into areas so hotly contested, with allegiances as fluid as the sifting desert sands, and with widespread ISIS presence and control. Okay, these guys, okay, Henry Kissinger, all these guys are part of this whole facade. You have John Kerry and Bush, who went to school and was together in the Skull and Bones. Okay, these guys are, they make them, they believe they're heroes. They don't have any correspondence, no bat phone, nothing talking to each other that can be traced. They know what to do. They've been groomed. They've been uh, programmed through the Skull and Bones. These guys know what they're doing. They don't have to talk to each other. They know when to fall on their sword when they need to. And they are more loyal to their cult of Skull and Bones than they are to all of humanity and their families. Okay? This whole thing is set up through these cults, Illuminati, Skull and Bones, and I believe that we will be in Syria. They will have some kind of a false flag, and I think the angle that they're going to use after they bring all these refugees over here from this war-torn area, they're going to tug on the heartstrings of Americans to say we need to go over there and take over Syria and get Assad out of there and rebuild this country so the refugees that you hate so much can take their ass back to where they belong. This is going to be another false flag, and hopefully it's not going to be a big false flag. Hopefully that's what they're, this is what I think they're going to do. they're going to be back in Syria. They're going to go into Syria, and they're going to use the refugees for the excuse to go in. We already have a lot of tensions with Russia through the Ukraine situation and now the Syrian situation. ISIS was defeated in Palmyra, but they're long from being defeated. Period. I mean, they're still strong in Syria. They're still strong in Iraq. They're still really strong in Libya, where we took out Gaddafi's whole family line, and they still do not have a regime change there. So just keep your eyes open for the next false flag to happen, everybody. And I believe they're going to use the refugee crisis as a way to tug on the hearts and minds of the American people to get their way. This has been Cannons. Thanks for listening. Much respect. Keep that good attitude. Brings good timing. And timing's everything, baby. Everything.